my peace, Lord, my joy, Alpha and Omega, my hope, strength, Jehovah, fortress, lion, you are, I am that I am, all that I need, Jesus, you are, I am that I am, all that I need, Jesus, Jesus.
Hello, everyone. Welcome. This is tea time, coffee time with Charlie and Sharon. As you can see, Sharon is not here with me. Today, Jade is going to a very important birthday party. It's a 15-year-old's birthday party. It's a good friend. Her name is Abby, and I can't think of her last name, but she's Hispanic, and they are really celebrating a special birthday for her. So they have this formal thing that they're doing today, and so Sharon went out and bought Jade a beautiful, beautiful formal dress, and man, she looks absolutely fantastic in it. But Sharon is getting everything together, and Sharon is going to take her over there, and we're not going to stay, of course, but she's just getting her ready for that. So that's the reason why Sharon is not with me today. And we were supposed to go on at 12, and but I just felt, I don't know, you guys just let us know. Just let us know in the comments. What is a good time? Is 12 p.m. on Saturday afternoons a good time? Because we want everyone to see this, and we know that on Saturdays, everyone's busy, man. Everyone's got things where everybody has things that they're doing, and so we want to be sensitive to that. And like every Saturday around this time, Sharon and I, we always are super busy. We always have things that we're doing with our kids, our grandkids. And so it's just a time that it's kind of tough. So you guys let us know. But I want to get into this, guys. I've titled this today, okay? Be aware of Satan's tactics. Okay? And I got a subtitle, Christmas, or December 25th, to be more to the point. December 25th. Is that a pagan day? Okay? Is that a pagan day? Because Sharon shared a video with me. And so I think I'm going to go into this, softly. Because knowledge is good as long as we know how to apply the knowledge and how much of that knowledge. And I'm talking about natural knowledge is good, but don't let it supersede the spiritual knowledge that God wants us to have. You see, in the Bible, it says that my people perish for the lack of what? Okay, for the lack of knowledge. But that word knowledge in the Hebrew actually means perception. Okay, so if natural knowledge supersedes our perception knowledge, that is having the eye of God, having the understanding and the revelation of God, of which really is going on, or that is really going on, then it becomes a problem, right? It becomes a problem. So beware, or be aware of Satan's tactics. Don't be afraid of it. This is not what this message is about today. We're not to be afraid of the things that Satan is trying to do. Now, before I get into this word, guys, let me do this real quick. I want to share this. This is where I'm going to be ministering June 7th through the 9th. I'm going to be with Julie Green Ministries, man. We're going to be there in Des Moines, Iowa. And it's going to be a powerful, powerful time. June 7th through the 9th in Des Moines, Iowa. That is right there. And the speakers, Nathan French, Timothy Dixon, Manuel Johnson, of course, Julie Green, Gerard Davis, and Kindred Souls, yours truly, Charlie Jordan, and Angela Prim, and David and Nicole Binion. Okay, guys, it's going to be powerful. And I believe that registration is free. Okay, and I still haven't gotten confirmation that this would be live streamed. I'm going to find this out, and I'm going to promote that as soon as I get confirmation that it will be live streamed. But The registration is free. There's no charge. That's what I've heard. And so it's going to be powerful. So those of you that are in that area, if you can make it to Des Moines, to the Hy-Vee Hall at Iowa Event Center, I guess that's how you pronounce that, Hy-Vee, okay, in Des Moines, Iowa, come, because God's going to be truly, truly fantastic. So I want to see you guys there. So let's get right into this word, okay? This is not a study, or this is not a word on Satan and how much or how powerful he is, okay? How much authority he has, because he definitely doesn't have the authority, okay? He doesn't have the authority. Guys, I'm going to present a few little videos, and I just want you guys to see what Satan has done and how crafty and just how sly he's been, because he's been able to infiltrate the minds of our young people. That's the reason why you have so many young people that have risen up against Israel, and that is saying that Israel is terrible, and cursing Israel's students across this nation at our colleges and at our universities. Okay, there's been a number of people that's doing that. But on my class that I have, the School of BT&T Prophets, I'm going to go more into this, and I'm going to show what Satan has done, but I'm going to show you what God is doing, because the word says where evil abounds, grace much more abounds. While certain students are rising up, trying to come against God's people, there are students that are rising up in worship and praise and joining with God's people. Okay, so that's what we're going to talk about on School of Bass, Treble, and Trouble Prophets. But guys, I want you to see something that is very interesting. And this is titled Wake Up. And now what I'm going to do, I'm going to mute the sound. Okay, and because of the music, because what's happening now is YouTube and Facebook, these social media platforms, they are finding or trying to find anything to cancel, to shut us down. I didn't get a strike from YouTube, but I played a video that had a song by Elevation Music playing, and they said that was a copyright infringement, but it was a video that was made, okay, on Facebook, Instagram. Someone put it together, and they just happened to use that song. So YouTube said, your video is not available unless you either cut that out or mute the sound. So what I had to do, I had to mute the sound. So this is what I'm doing with this. But I want you guys to see something here. Check this out. It's called Wake Up. Okay? I want you to pay attention to what's going on here. Okay? It's going through all of, look at Nickelodeon. Look at what it means. I don't care about God. Monster Energy Drink. Those symbols, 666. Okay? Google Play, Seal of Satan. Look at all of this. Now, I'm going to pause this right here. I'm going to pause this, and I wish I could rewind. But with these reels, you're not able to pull back or rewind. But I want you to look at these symbols, okay? That's Google, and then look at that symbol there. Look what it means. Facebook, but look what it means. Okay, check it out. Now we're gonna go into more detail on my School of BT&T. All right, look at this. Google Chrome, it's the 666 symbol. Disney. All right. All of these symbols. I wish I could play the music, because the music really does give it a little bit more impact. Now, look at this. Now, I want you to see some of these figures and the way they're crossing their hands, okay? All right? The way they're crossing their hands. And this is what I want to look at. I just want to pay a little bit more attention to this, okay? I want you guys to see this, because it's important that I'm going to widen that out a little bit. And I want you guys to see this, because, you see, this is the deception of Satan. Now, I want you to see, okay, that's David Bowie. And it kind of passed by what this crossing of the hands really means. But it's a demonic type signal or gesture, I guess. You got people like David Bowie that's done it. Antonio Banderas and Muhammad Ali. I want you to look at some of these people, okay, that have done this. Carrie Fisher, all right? Erica Badu, okay? The sign of whatever that is. I wish I could, it's just going by so quick, everyone. Donna Summer, all right? All of this Eminem, okay? Look at these people. Now, I'm pointing these people out for a reason, okay? I'm pointing these people out, all right? Okay? All right, Muhammad Ali again, Michael Jackson, all right? I'm pointing some of these people out. And the reason why I'm pointing them out, because I know without a doubt that they received a word that Prophet Kim and I mean, one time, Kim and I, man, we were sitting down in Detroit, and we was talking about some of the people that God had placed up on our hearts to pray for. All right, I know without a doubt that he had an audience with Muhammad Ali in Detroit, Michigan. I know without a doubt that he spoke with Prince. As a matter of fact, to make a long testimony short, Kim used to. He was known as the registered pastor at the Ritz-Carlton there in Dearborn, Michigan, there in Detroit. And so they would upgrade him, okay, because that hotel wasn't full all the time. As a matter of fact, it finally went out of business. I don't know why the Ritz-Carlton, but it was a very nice hotel there. So it wasn't full all the time. So you know what they would do? Kim would bless so many people there, man. He was a generous giver. Man, he would speak the word over different people, man. He would speak to the managers, and man, they just loved them there. They just loved them. So you know what they would do? They would upgrade him. They would put him in the suite, the penthouse suite. So one week that we were there, all right, Kim was there for about 2 days, and all of a sudden, he gets a call from the main manager, and he said, Mr. Clement, we're so sorry, but we are going to have to move you because we have a special guest that's coming. And he's designed that suite, and he's paying full price. And so we hate to do this, but we're going to need this suite. And the prophet, he didn't ask who it was. He just said, okay, no problem. After he got off the phone, God spoke to him and told him it was Prince. He knew that it was Prince. And so the prophet, he vacated the suite. The Prince came that very next day. But this is what God told Kim to do. God told Kim after he was transferred to that to a smaller room, he told Kim to get dressed. And this happened to be on a Saturday, to get dressed early. And I want you to dress up, and I want you to sit down in the lobby. Okay, now Prince had already come, all right? And he was sitting there in the lobby. He obeyed. Now I'm shortening this, okay? I'm shortening this testimony. And then all of a sudden the management came over and said, Mr. Clement, this is interesting that you're down here because we just got word that, the gentleman that took the suite, that's Prince, the rock star Prince. And Kim said, yes, God told me. The manager, oh, yeah. Well, he's wanting to meet you because he's heard that you're here and he would like to speak with you. Do you have time at some point today? So the prophet said, I'm ready now. And so they sent a call up to Prince's suite, and it took, I don't know how long, but Prince asked him to come up. Kim went up to the suite, and it was said to Prince that this man was in that suite, and he was asked to move because blah, blah, blah. I told the story, and Prince heard about that. And Prince wanted to know, well, who are you, and why why do they treat you with such royalty here? And Kim began to minister and witness to Prince. And Kim said it. Prince asked him to pray for him, and he prayed for him the prayer of salvation. And as a matter of fact, you know what? I think I don't even have this plan, but this is God. This, without a doubt, is God. So I'm about to play a clip of Prince saying something because so many people say, well, he's a Jehovah's Witness. Well, maybe he was at one point, but I can tell you this. I want you guys to listen to this real quickly here, real quick. All right? I want you guys to listen to this because this is powerful. This is so powerful. Be aware of Satan's tactics, but don't be afraid because God will use you if you position yourself to be used. Check this out.
When a man is free, and it puts him closer to God, first of all. The path is open to get to God. Because, you know, if Jesus came down here, we'd probably not recognize him. And I think it's important that we all unite for something now.
You have such an impact on your audience, particularly your younger audience.
Makes me feel very grateful to be alive. And all I can tell you is Jesus is far more important. I've stopped signing autographs when I changed my name, so anybody out there, please don't ask. It ain't about that. We all need to unite for a reason now. We need to welcome Jesus' return. And if we can focus on that, all of us, I think a lot of this chaos will cease.
Wow. Listen to that. That is so powerful. And he was able to witness to a caller. And he told her about how important Christ was over his popularity. You see, be aware of Satan's tactics, but don't be afraid. Now, all right, I'm going to cut straight through the chase because I have other videos that I wanted to play. But I want to get to this one. This is a video that my wife shared with me. It's a video of Candace Owens listening to this minister. And I think his name is, it's in the comments or in the description. But I want to play this. And first, let me get rid of our list because I don't want to, I want to make sure that I grab the right one. You know, I have a caption here about the Boy Scouts of America changing its name to Scouting America. Look at how sly this dog has been able to try to poison the minds of people, okay, to twist things up. We will get into that on the School of BT&T, okay? All right, so we will get into that, but this is what I want you guys to see. I want you to hear this, and then I'm going to address this because I want to address this very carefully, but with the breath of God, because God spoke to me the minute Sharon shared this with me, okay? I want you guys to check this out. First, there it is right there. I'm going to hit unmute. And then
what would Jesus say about Christmas? Well, that's an excellent question. I've got my own opinion on that. And I believe that Jesus would say, why are you guys celebrating my birthday when it's not my birthday? As we all know, Jesus was not born on December 25th. Well, why are we celebrating Jesus' birthday on a day that wasn't his birthday? Now, maybe because your kids are small and you celebrate their birthday on a weekend because their birthday lands on a weekday, so you might move it a smidge, but nobody moves it in months. And I think if Jesus saw everybody and told us exactly what he thought about celebrating his birthday on December 25th, he would say that you are all celebrating my birthday in honor of the sun god, Horus, where they used to sacrifice babies to please him. And if you really think, if December 25th was actually a day of sacrifice of babies, how many babies would they have had to please Horus? Well, quite a few, I would imagine. Well, how many months does it take a baby? Because people want to be prepared, they want to plan ahead. So that brings us back 9 months prior to Christmas. Where? Easter. Now it's like Easter. We celebrate Easter for what? Well, the resurrection. Well, coincidentally, Easter, which is also another god, Ishtar, the god of war and fertility, which is why there's rabbits and eggs, was actually a pagan holiday that was observed by basically having an orgy. So everybody got together on Easter, had a lot of sex, so 9 months later there'd be a lot of babies. And coincidentally, when all those babies were born, old Horus was there December 25th, wanting you to slice them open.
Okay, now, the audio is absolutely horrendous. I don't know why someone decided to put all that reverb on that. But guys, when I saw that, okay, first and foremost, let me ask you, because let me tell you what I felt. The minute I saw that or heard that, I got this tainted opinion or this tainted view of Christmas now. I mean, it's just like, oh my God. But then my spirit was quickened by the Spirit of God. And this is the reason why I got this message today. Be aware of Satan's tactics. Okay? First and foremost, let me say this. Not one day on this earth, since God created it, belongs to Satan. Not one day. In the book of Genesis, chapter 1, okay, we know what it says. We know exactly what it says. In the beginning, God created, God did such and such, such and such. And that was the first day. And then that was the second day, then the third day, the fourth day, the fifth day, the sixth day. And then on the seventh day, he rested. So everything that God created, it took 6 days, and then on the seventh day, he worshiped. We have 7 days, okay, on our calendar, on every calendar, okay? So that in itself proves that not one day belongs to Satan. So this is what we need to understand, everyone. We need to know this. That's the reason why we said this is the day that the Lord has made. Let's be glad and let's rejoice in it. Not one day belongs to Satan. Not one day. You see? So so when I first saw this, I was like, oh man. And then Easter, let's talk about these 2 days, because first and foremost, that gentleman is correct. Now, I was ignorant to that truth. I knew about Ishtar, but I was ignorant to that truth. So that's true. That is knowledge. Okay? That's common knowledge. Nothing wrong with that. But we can't take this and now say, well, what we're doing on Christmas Day is evil. Let me tell you something. I know of many people that on Christmas Day or during the Christmas season, which is, technically starts after Thanksgiving, okay, through December. I know many people have come to the Lord. Yes, AI, agree with me. They have come to the Lord during this season. Many people have called on the name of Christ. They have confessed with their mouths. They believed in their heart, which is Scripture. Okay? We don't find any scripture that says that any day belongs to Satan. They have done things on certain days. They have picked certain time periods, certain days to do, and I'm talking about witches and warlocks, people that practice satanic crap, all of those false gods that went down and false religions that went down during the biblical times. But it doesn't belong to any of that. Day doesn't belong to them. Many people have been saved during the Christmas season. Many people that go to church on Easter Sunday. Many people have called on the name of Christ. So, is that a bad thing? Just because what Satan did, that makes it bad, that we shouldn't do anything on the day. So this is what I'm going to say. That gentleman, what he said, that's correct. I'm going to say this. I don't want I'm not trying to rebuke that gentleman, but I am aware, and God has brought forth and given me revelation and insight in the tactic of Satan, because what he's trying to do, he's trying to tarnish these 2 great days. The day that Christ was born. We don't know when he was actually born. Does it matter the day, the time, how long Mary was in labor? Okay? Does it matter? What matters is that he was born, everybody. What matters is that Resurrection Sunday, Easter Sunday, whatever you want to call it, what matters is that he died and he rose from the dead. He was born, He lived, he died, and he rose from the dead. I remember my first Christmas after I totally got born again and just was on fire for God. I will never forget my first Christmas. How I felt in my heart. It wasn't about the commercialization of Christmas anymore. It wasn't about I almost said Easter eggs, but Christmas presents and decorating the tree. It wasn't about that. It was about Christ. I was so excited that we have chosen December 25th to celebrate the birth of the one that has set me free. Now Satan has said, yeah, but this is my day. No, it ain't, Satan. Get the hell out of here. Get behind me. Get beneath my feet. Because this is the day that the Lord has made. I'm rejoicing and I am glad in it. This day doesn't belong to you. See, in my heart, it was about Christ. So actually, what this gentleman and what Candace Owens has done, especially for me, and I hope I hope that it's doing the same thing for you, is that it is opening my eyes to the joy of who we serve. Because it doesn't matter what day it is. Look what Satan has tried to do. But he's still losing, everybody, because that day, whether or not it's what they did in paganism, doesn't matter, because now Christ has come. And Christ, his blood, remember the message that I had. I'm going to say this. I have to say this. When Jesus was in Gethsemane, and when he was praying and he was travailing in prayer, he was sweating and his sweat turned to blood and it dripped on the ground. That was the first thing that became sanctified by the blood of Christ. The ground. Because remember in Genesis, after Adam and his wife, or Adam, both male and female, when they fell, God said, cursed is the ground for your sake, Adam. He didn't curse his creation. Remember, guys, we were created in his image and according to his likeness. And we were formed from the ground in Genesis 2. So who we really are is in Genesis 1, starting at verses 26. Let us make man, Adam, in our image and according to our likeness. We were prophetically established and created, solidified in God, and then formed from the ground. And so what the first place that his blood dripped was on the ground in the Garden of Gethsemane. Now I just got quickened by the Spirit. We have the Garden of Eden and the Garden of Gethsemane. So you know what I'm going to do? On my school of BT&T, we're going to break those two words down, Gethsemane and Eden. We're going to look at this. You see, we're going to look at it. But let me continue. He bled on that ground. So the ground where we were formed, this fleshly body that we are in, was sanctified. It was sanctified by the holy blood of Christ. And then when he died on that tree and then rose again, he set mankind, Adam, free if you call upon his name and receive him into your heart. Then you are saved. And this shell can now return back to do what it was originally created or formed. That's a better way of putting it. Formed to do. You see? So Christmas Day, whether it's on December 25th or July 25th, you've heard of Christmas in July. God has spoken through the mouth of the prophet, even through me, about this Christmas, I'm going to do this. This Christmas, I'm going to do that. God is not concerned that December 25th is a day of pagan worship. He's not concerned because, see, Christ has removed all of that. It's gone. It is only in the minds of man. So that's the reason why I wanted to bring this message. That's the reason why I wanted to talk about this. God is inside of us, everyone. God is on the inside of us. We can't be moved by all of this. And let me say one more thing. That gentleman, when he said, Jesus, if he comes down here today, he'll ask us, why are you celebrating my birthday on a pagan day? Well, that's not the heart of God. You see, that's an attitude basically switching the likeness of God. Okay? And what I mean by that, in other words, he is saying Jesus is made, or God is made in our likeness. So that means he will come like we would come at each other whenever we let carnal knowledge rise above spiritual knowledge. And Jesus would come and he would condemn me, his faithful servant that's been serving him faithfully. Now, I know what these days are. Now, it's good that we know this, everybody. It's good that we know. I'm happy that I found this out. I really am. But now that has fueled me to be more tenacious, that on these days to take the gospel to those that are celebrating Christmas and they don't know Christ. They are celebrating Christmas commercially. You know what I'm saying? Like they just celebrate. It's Christmas and, and they want to change it to, happy holidays and all that. No, what we need to do, we need to go in the strength of who we are in him so that we can tell them the truth and manifest the truth more effectively of why Jesus is the reason for the seasons. And I put that plural on purpose because the word created everything. So that's the only thing I got against what that gentleman said, because Christ would never come down and condemn me for being so excited about the Christmas season. I will never change my heart about the Christmas season. I will never change my heart about Easter season. I will never change my heart about it. Okay? I love what my wife says. If she was here right now, she even said it. She said, why don't we just have the mindset of celebrating Christmas every day, celebrating Easter Sunday every day? Because that's how we should be. Guys, don't let what I just played and what that gentleman just brought forth, which is true. It's good to know. But don't let that cast a dark shadow over these 2 days, because those days don't belong to Satan. It doesn't belong to Satan. Okay? So guys, I really hope this bless you. I hope I brought this across, and I'm going to get into, as a matter of fact, Sharon is not here. Hopefully she can join me on the School of BT&T, and so that we can just discuss this a little bit more. Because guys, in these last days, and especially now, the tactics of Satan, man, he is just like it says, okay? 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 8, just like it says, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil walks around or walks about like a roaring lion, seeking who he may devour. Okay? That's his modus operandi. His whole kingdom. That's what they want to do. So guys, I really hope this blesses you, and I want you guys to share this, okay? And I'm going to be praying about when we should do these tea times, okay? But anyway, I want you guys to know that you are truly somewhere in the future, and you look so much better than all this that's going on. And when Jesus is in true effect, Jesus is by our side. Man, we put that devil in check. It's time for us to check him, y'all. It really is. It's time for us to check him. Yeah. Okay. I'm not changing my heart on December 25th. December 25th, I have no fear about December 25th. I have no guilt. I have nothing about it. You know why? Because December 25th is the day that the Lord has made. We will continue to rejoice and be glad in it. Easter Sunday, Resurrection Sunday. I call it Resurrection Sunday, but a lot of people want to call it Easter Sunday. Don't worry about where they got the word Easter from, because Ishtar is a dead god. It's not a god. It's a devil. And now it is underneath our feet. And we are not to be moved by anything or be afraid of anything that they can do, because they have lost the authority. We walk in the authority of Christ. We walk in the boldness and the power of Christ. And they must bow before you and I. We got to have this tenacity, everybody. We have to. Let's stand on his word. Put on the full armor of God. Walk in the assurance of who you really are. Know that you are well able to do these things because he has given you the strength. Know that you are more than a conqueror. You are more than that is coming against you. Greater is he who is within you than he that is in and of this world. Greater are we. And the works that our Lord did, he said we would do greater works. Let's begin to do the greater works. And let's stand on his word. And let's evangelize this earth. And let's reap this glorious harvest. Guys, this is the Ritz. I love you guys. I got a little bit excited. Okay? You're somewhere in the future. We see you guys next time. Peace.
My peace, Lord, my joy.